This playthrough is rated T for teen.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2: The Sith Lords. In the last episode, we continued exploring the Ravager to find out what we had to do next to, destroy this thing and get out of here, as we're setting off the explosives, or whatever you want to call them. We found out one isn't working, so we're going to have to make one of our own. We also ran into Vaklu, or I think that was his name, his assistant from or his associate from Onderon, who found out he was working for the main dude here. So now we got to and we talked to him about what he was doing. We convinced him to help us, so whenever we put the bomb thing together, he's going to help set it off. So let's continue checking over this place and see if we can see inside implant, life support. I think inside gives you like bonuses to like your awareness or something like that, I think. So alright, well, it's time to continue exploring this place. So okay. I think I need to go down now, I believe. Yeah, when you don't record these back to back, you forget like all the details in between. Alright, what was I doing again? Oh yeah. And I'm old, so there's that. Whoa. Alright. See what's in here. Because I think other than having to build that other one, I think we do have to. I don't have to worry about going into the rooms to see which one will be setting the bomb. We just have to go into the room that we can make the bomb in. I wonder how far we can go before the game will tell me to go back.
This door leads to my cell. I had forgotten.
Oh. How do you forget something? Wait, a cell? I thought you were like well, that was a weird camera angle. I think it's because I went from a different way or something like that. But I thought you were supposed to be this guy's apprentice at one point. Man, I guess being a Sith ain't all hot Sith Jedi, or hot Force users, or ultimate power. Sometimes it's pain and suffering. So. Yeah, see, Visas, we don't have time for this. Quit your whining. Is there anything you need from your cell? Any weapons in there? Let's stay forgotten. We need to keep moving. Visas, we don't have time for. Is there anything you need from your cell?
If there is time, I would like to center myself. There is a meditation chamber within my cell that I would visit one last time.
Technically, we probably don't have the time for it in realistic sense, But in RPG, we have as much time as we want. Only if you're playing like old Resident Evil games, or Metroid, or the ton of other games that have like countdown sequences. Oh, Dino Crisis, But no, we have enough time. Do whatever you need to do. Visas, we don't have time for this. Let's say I've forgotten it. Do whatever you need to do. Mandalore's probably like, why are we even dealing with this? Scientific or Force mystic mumbo jumbo.
Past the surface, there is the Force. Where once there was a world that was strong in the Force, now there is a barren wasteland. It's okay. It's gonna be. It has taken time for me to return here. I lost my way, but I've been stronger for the journey. What happens now shall not be done out of hate or revenge, but for the sake of all life. And I ask you, finally, to forgive me. This body is a prison no longer.
Why was her body a prison, I wonder? Visas has come to terms with the death of her world and calmed the hatred within herself. Oh, so that's where it came from. This has given her a stronger connection to the Force and has a bonus to her Force points now. With the fact that we're near the end of the game, kind of a little bit too little too late, don't you think? But that's an interesting scene. Yeah, even with talking to her when we first get her, I almost feel like, oh, is that supposed to be her meditation room that we can't go into? Okay, there we go. I was about to say, why, it's like, was it not working? I feel like as enough characterization as this game gets, I feel like there should have been a bit more somewhere down the line. Maybe I've missed a few extra scenes, and I did do like almost a whole episode of just talking to her specifically after getting her on my team. But I don't know, like I guess I guess it just shows you how much of like certain things were cut or weren't polished enough, stuff like that. But then again, it's not like, you know, show don't tell. I don't need to be told everything that happens, but I think if you like do if I remember correctly, I think if you do like the romance with Visas, you get a few more scenes, but I don't think it's anything crazy more. You know, it's the same with like Atner Disciple. You get a few extra scenes in Moses, but it's not like a huge extra amount of scenes. You know. Then again, I guess Old Republic 1 didn't really have any crazy amount. Whoa! All right, time to feel a cool, refreshing breeze. Ah, and no, it is not coming from my hand. It's coming from my behind. All right, anyway. Where were your news force powers on that one, Visas? No, or Visas? Actually, does she ever actually say her name, like, to us? I think she does, actually, now that I think about it. I assume this takes us to the front of the bridge, which we're not ready. I don't think we're ready to do that yet. I mean, we probably could go, but probably at some point they'll probably be like, "Hey, we should set us up the bomb," you know. Have I been in these rooms already? I'm just basically checking everything until I actually go make the, till we actually go make the final like bomb or missile or whatever you want to call it to destroy this place. Yeah, I think I was in here before. Okay. Other than going to the bridge, I think we're good to go. So, I mean, at least this game had a few character moments for some of the characters. You know, Visas getting her own moment. Atten would have. I guess Atten kind of gets his moment depending on if you choose him to be the leader at certain points. That's probably why I usually make Atten the leader on the secondary group, just because you get a few extra dialogue from him because you do that. But like I said, I wish more got them. You can tell certain characters didn't get enough characterization, or they kind of forgot about it. Like Gotu, if I remember, like Gotu doesn't really get his own scene. HK obviously doesn't because of the cut content. T3 actually, I was about to say almost T3, but I was like, no, T3, like the whole prologue is him. And then when he's trying to save you guys from the Paragus mining facility, you get a section from him. And then when you're leaving, and then on Nar Shaddaa, he what's with the sound freaking out there, dude? All right, anyway, I think we have to deal with. Okay, that one. Yeah, what's wrong with the? Oh, I must have missed that one. Detroit Blade upgrade. Okay, let's see what we can do with this. The Proton Core is locked in its bay. It can't be removed. You'll need to find an override console. So we have this now. So can we now override it now that we need it? This may have been sealed. Yeah, we did that before. Safety protocols disengaged. Missile primed to launch. Okay, so yeah, it was different before. Before it said like you'll get killed or something like that if you do that. Now it lets us do it. Now that we actually need the device. I don't think I need to do any. No. Okay. Anyway, now we should be able to take this thing. This proton core has been unlocked from its bay, and it can now be removed because we need it to actually make a substitute bomb. Remove the proton core. You've retrieved the proton core from the missile bay. Okay, now that we've got that, I'm trying to remember if I need to go back to the dudes to make it, or if I need to keep looking for more parts. I could look at the journal really quick just to see. Whoops, nope, wrong button. Alright, let me go to the journal really quick, see if I can. Alright, let's see. You've obtained the 4th proton core from the display, now you can use it to set the last charge. Okay, so I just need to go to wherever the final. For some reason I thought I'd need like a casing or something like that. Actually, where? The only problem. Oh, I probably should keep using. Was it enlightenment I need? Yeah, it is alignment. I think I just keep using that so I can actually speed up to the next part. It was, I think there was like an open spot, I think down here somewhere that I could probably place it. There we go.
You've reached one of the target sites. Place the proton core, prime it, then give the signal, Mandalore.
And Vaklu's like guy? He's gonna do like the initial priming, so he may or may not survive this encounter depending on it. Set one of the proton cores. Obviously, it's just a
Arming signal received, Mandalore. The proton core is active. That's the last of them, Mandalore. We can destroy the ship on your command.
Well, shouldn't we at least deal with? I mean, yeah, I guess we could leave and just possibly destroy this dude, which would probably be the smartest way. But he's like a Sith master or something like that. Probably could do some mumbo jumbo and survive the vacuum of frickin' space. Okay. Anyway, we still have to kill the master on the ship, or Nihilus is finished anyway. Why? When if his ship is dead, or if he dies while on the ship, wouldn't that cause a morale loss or something? Anyway, I have one last Sith Lord to kill, and I'll be along presently. Visas Master still needs to be defeated, then we'll join you. We still have to kill the master on the ship, or Telos is finished anyway. Alright, and they just go, there's no dialogue for that, they're just like, okay, whatever. All our men in the Republic are dying, and the Mandalorians all dying, but we need to get our rocks off by killing a Sith Lord. We haven't even killed any of the Sith Lords, have we? We killed a lot of Sith. So now it's time to fight Visas' master once and for all, whoever this guy that apparently can suck the life out of planets and people for his undying hunger. Apparently similar to us, except we don't feel, at least there's been no dialogue saying that the main character ever feels this hunger, other than we just feed off the Force just by killing people, gaining XP, as you will. But this guy actively, I guess guy is a word, I don't know. I mean, they say it's a he, but like from the description, is it really even a man anymore? Or a human being with what it can do? Feeds off just the living because it can't satiate its hunger. Trying to think of a horror villain that's kind of like that, where it has to eat. Or, well, Kirby, that's the scariest thing. No. Okay, I thought that said that was empty for a second. Life support, cool. I'm trying to, whoa, alright. More wind, more! Oh, come on. There we go. Let's use stun. Why not? Just because. Just because. Alright, we got this. Yeah. Yeah, that was easy. You Sith are nothing. I was afraid for you throughout the whole game. Do you have the ability to absorb people's life force? No, I didn't think so. Wait, but it doesn't really explain why everyone else in the group gets levels too. They explain why you get levels, but they don't really say why the main party gets levels. I can assume maybe it's just the whole influence thing, that you're just exuding your, unknowingly exuding your influence on them, thus giving them power without realizing it, that type of thing. I mean, maybe I missed that in the dialogue somewhere, but I don't think they actively say like, "Oh, your power is what's causing them to gain strength as well," other than you influencing them by convincing them to kill people, even though. Although all the characters in your group that are, well, the robots don't count, and all the people that are dark side influenced would kill people no matter what, but. Yeah, but I mean, even though this game isn't perfect, I do like the fact that if you talk to like your companions or Mira, although really it doesn't really come up till like much later. I think it's only when Mira joins the party is there ever like a clear indicator that maybe there might be like something going on with like you or surrounding you, you know, because when Mira just says during your conversation, she says like, you know, I never straight up killed people before, or I tried to prevent myself from doing it, but now I can't help myself for some reason. I always thought that was like, I think when I first played the game, I thought that was like some weird fourth wall breaking, like they were just joking with you as the player, saying, oh, I can't help but kill people. I'm like, oh, it's an RPG, you know, that's just par for the course, you know. But then the game explains that no, you're like, I don't know. I know that's probably maybe a bit hippie or maybe hipster to write something like that, but I don't know. Sometimes I like it when, I mean, now if you did that nowadays, everyone would be like, whatever, that's fourth wall breaking, whatever. But you know, maybe I hadn't written a lot of read a lot of stories before. Although by the time this game came out, I read quite a bit, and I still read quite a bit. How often do I get? Oh, you know what? I keep forgetting to freaking enlighten myself, for one. And I'm also getting force lightning the crap out of. All right, come on, I gotta keep healing. Whoa, come on, dude. Help me out here. Yeah, just at least it looks like he does do flurry quite often, so at least there's that. So yeah, I gotta keep healing myself. Okay, she's healing me too. So now that we, okay, so the game did surprise me for a second. It's like, hey, let me force light the crap out of you because you don't have a really good, you don't have very good, and then I kill him in like one shot. But you know, it's just they surprised me. And as far as I know, I don't think any of your shields would protect against did enlightenment not activate? Oh, it just doesn't show the bars. Usually I'm used to like little directional bars appearing saying, hey, you're boosted, just to let you know. Yeah, as far as I know, I don't think any of the shields you could use would protect you. The only thing that would have protected me is, and I don't even think it's tied to enlightenment, it would be the do I even have that ability? It's not barrier. Barrier I think is for like weapons and stuff like that. There's the one that gives you well, other than certain armor meshes and stuff like that, but there's the one that gives you the force power that gives you resistance to like elements like fire and stuff like that, which I don't think I ever actually use because there's almost never a time that I have to protect myself from traps of that type or whatever. What's that? There's nothing here. It's one of those cases where... Oh.
This door leads to the bridge and my former master. If you wish to gather your strength, this is the last time.
Oh, okay. Well, I haven't finished checking the rest of the ship, so best go back. Give me more coverage and strength. Visas, you don't need to come with me. This isn't your fight. Enough talk. Battle awaits. Story-wise, I want to say you don't have to come with... You don't need to come with me. Visas, you don't need to come with me.
It was never a question of need, and I would follow you wherever your path leads. This thing must be done. It must come to an end.
Well, enough talk about it. Give me a moment to recover my strength then. Yeah, in this playthrough, Visas is like another apprentice to you, or maybe you know, girl power type of thing going on with my characters. Like, that's right. Yeah, I am woman, hear me roar. Or what's the? I'm trying to think of a saying I've heard before. Viper Ultra Mesh. Nice. Life support pack. What was it? Chicks before dicks or something like that, I think was the word. I don't know. It's not as catchy as the other one, but yeah. You gotta do what you can, you know. Okay, so we don't need to go that way, so alright, let me cast Enlightenment again. Oop. Okay, so there's no doors that way. I thought I missed a pathway before. Looks like it's just one. I could probably look at the map. I assume it's just, and that leaves out, right? So we just need to go this way. Let's fight a couple more dudes before we go fight Mr. Head Honcho there. Alright, come on, game. Come on. There we go. Anything in here? Probably nothing. Come on, game. You closed on yourself. You can tell that the game's like, alright, hopefully your Jedi has healing, or you gave Visas Marr healing, or if not, here's all these life supports, so hopefully you didn't, Actually, I don't think there's really ever a build that would just straight out like, because overall this game isn't that difficult, but I don't think there's any build like that's just so bad that you might, like, lose at the end of the game. I mean, even in the first KOTOR, even though I min-maxed my character, I never really felt that there was like a poor I couldn't win, because the game gives you multiple ways to survive dudes on Malik's onslaught. So, all right, let's do this. Time to tackle the master. All right, we meet for the first time for the last time, Mr. Sith. Oh, and he's on this ominous bridge, of course. Huh? There's like all these Sith down there, or no, Nihilus slaves, huh? Nihilus slaves. Well, so wait, is this the person we're fighting called Nihilus? Are they actually Sith? Or are they just dudes? They do... Oh yeah, they just look like humans and stuff like that, so yeah, it looks like he's got a ton of slaves, so... There you are, masked man. What the? He just looked at us and knocked us out. What type of power does he have? And no speech to take us out. No, you shall pay, Jedi scum, or anything like that. Huh. But anyway, interesting little tidbit. When we first play the game, if you start up the game menu, which I think I show on a video, it shows the man with the scars, Darth Sion or whatever. If I had recorded me starting the game previously, like before this section, before Kreia and us taking out, accidentally killing the Jedi Council, it actually shows this man on the front, or on the main menu screen with his mask and everything like that. And then after Kreia leaves and everything like that, a new person appears, but I don't want to talk about it until we actually get to that part of the game. But it's just a little interesting side note that, depending on where your save point is, that certain Sith Lords will appear in the menu. But anyway, this guy's got us force stunned or whatever, or not force stunned, not stasis, but I guess it'd be stunned. Release me, I'll blow your ship to hell. I've come of my own choice. Visas is not part of this. I will not let you destroy Telos. Your path ends here, Sith Lord. I have come to help you. Let's be a sister to Visas. I have come of my own choice. Visas is not part of this.
No, do not harm her. I am the one who has betrayed you. I am the one who should suffer. I will return to you. Please, do not harm her. Do not what you did to me. I beg you.
What? He's not even talking. What? Is he like mentally communicating to us, or is he sign languaging or something like that? No, yeah, side note, I don't think Nihilus ever talks, ever in the game. Like, he's like one of the few bosses that just shows his power. Actually, I wonder if Nihilus even has a voice to really speak anymore. At least according to the lore and stuff like that, it's questionable, like, what Nihilus actually looks like underneath that mask. And no, we never find out. Sorry to spoil it a little early, but... Her loyalty is to me now. Your battle's with me. She is my slave, Sith Lord, not yours. Yeah, we have fun times in our... no, I'm being crude. Perhaps you should still human enough to remember betrayal. Yeah, we'll do loyalty. Her loyalty is to me now, and your battle is with me. Okay, he kind of talks. He makes noises, but, I mean... wow, that guy's really powerful. Just knocks around Visas like a rag doll. And put us to stun almost immediately. How will we survive this? I don't know. Let's see. If you feed on Jedi, then feed on me. Then listen. Oh yeah. He feeds on Jedi and the Force. Well, he feeds on the Force, but Jedi most likely because they're very tied to it. So, wisdom. Kreia has lied to you. There are no Jedi here. You have sensed it. Well, maybe I misspoke when he never talks, but it's, you know what I mean. He never actually says cohesive language or, you know, that type of thing. So, if you use your power here, you'll only exhaust yourself and become vulnerable. Then she has won. Your victory against her has been for nothing. If you feed on Jedi, then feed on me. That would be a very bad thing, because don't we? If we feed off others and you feed off of us, wouldn't it be like a? Well, I guess the cycle wouldn't be vicious because it'd be a vicious cycle, but it eventually, because we'd only be able to kill so many people. If you use your power here, you'll only exhaust yourself and become vulnerable. What happened? He got weaker from absorbing us. Is it our wound in the Force? Even though the hunger is consuming you, just create new wood. She has betrayed you, now I'll finish you. Now you're weak enough to be defeated. And even now the hunger is consuming you, just as Cray knew it would. Alright, it's boss time against Darth Nihilus. Because there's no Jedi here except for me and Visas. Even though Visas, technically Jedi is an order, but whatever. We can now fight him on even footing without him just destroying us. I don't remember this fight being super difficult, though. I could be wrong. He, like, one-shots me. I'll be like, oh, never mind! Alright, time for boss fight against Nihilus. I mean, he's tough, because look at the little bits of damage under it. He's got a lot of HP. And we beat him. Yay! Oh, not with that attitude, Visas. Come on, we did half of his health in like 10 seconds, you know, or whatever. Same with Visas, we can stop him somehow. Only need to keep him occupied until Nihilus is secured. Here is linked to his place. Can you disrupt the link somehow? Want to die like the rest of your kind? Get up and fight. Oh, the more aggressive. We're being a sister. Stay with me, Visas. We can stop him somehow.
I will try.
Round 2. Same as the first, pretty much. Oh, well. Oh, yeah, and he can absorb your companions to get HP. He has, well, obviously, Darth Nihilus has Force Drain. He's almost killed, well, we've almost got him, so I'll just... Yeah, I'm maybe a little OP for this. We did it! We defeated Darth Nihilus. 1 out of the 3 doomed to fall, and we've taken out the probably one of the strongest out of all of them when you think about it. Anyway, Visas, what are you doing? Do what you need to do, Visas. Then we need to leave. Leave the body is nothing now. Come on, we need to get out of here. Visas, what are you doing?
I have to see with the Force and my eyes.
What the hell are you doing up there? We need to get off this ship. Now!
Yeah, Mandalore being the voice of reason around here, but, so she needs to see with her eyes, but Merluca don't have eyes. Or at least in extended lore after this game came out, it's told that her race, the Merluca, whatever they're called, are born without eyes. That's why they're blind, but they have like supremely high sensitivity with the Force, and most of them become Jedi or Force users, or they have enough Force to at least be able to see like a Daredevil situation or whatever. If it'll give you some peace, Visas, do it. Oh, yeah, okay. I could have swore we don't actually find out what's beneath the mask. Maybe they do like a camera pan away or something like that. Look at his face and bring me the mask. If it will give you some peace, Visas, do it. Okay, that's what I thought. It's like she sees it, she can explain what she saw, but we actually don't see a picture of it. I mean, if you read like the extended stuff and whatever, you pretty much know what's behind that mask, but I don't want to say it. At least not till the end of the game, anyway. Now let's get out of here. Now can we leave? Did you see what you needed to see? What did you see when you looked at him? Tell me what you what did you see when you looked at him?
A man, nothing more. You are my master now, and I will follow wherever your path takes you. My path is at an end.
I kind of wish there had been a bit more to this fight, especially with Visas, but like I said, I think that's just a product of having to cut extra content and all that other stuff. Then let the ship die as it should have years ago. Very well, follow me. Let's get out of here. Then let this ship die as it should have years ago. Huh, that was weird. What happened to him? Huh. Well, there goes the great Darth Nihilus, one of the more interesting villains of the Star Wars canon. They kind of explain it a bit more in some of the side books and stories and other like extended media. I think like him, Scion, and the other Sith Lord are really interesting villains. I feel like I really wish this game had gotten like a bit more polished to like really like go more with the idea of like what they were and what they represent and how they probably were affected because of what happened with me. But anyway, with Darth Nihilus defeated, it's time for us to leave the Ravager and go onwards towards finding Kreia and see if we can help her out or harm her or whatever our personality dictates. Will we be able to make it off the ship with our seals intact? Where is Kreia? And what about the other Sith Lord, Darth Scion? What's he doing? Find out next time in the next episode of Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic 2: The Sith Lords. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.